say, let me go get a friend.
So I'll be right back, Mr. Scott. I'm going to grab me a friend.
Let me get this to you. Closer's coming in.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, Steve.
I understand that we've got the right vehicle.
We do. I love that truck.
A terrific, huge discount.
Well, I told him if I got a little bit more for my trade, I'd be happy. I'm doing the $10,000 down. If I can do somewhere around a 780 to 790, I'm happy.
You think your trade's worth about $3,000 more than we're giving you?
Actually, I think it's worth $5
Well,
more.
I appreciate that. And quite frankly, we hope it's going to be worth at least $30,000. So you and I are thinking just alike. But the question is, who is going to make it worth $30,000? You or us?
It sure ain't me.
Okay, why would you want to pour money into a vehicle you're not going to drive ever again? So you're thinking right too, but let me tell you what I mean. So, $30,000. Again, we're hoping that you're right. But as it sits, it's not. Okay? First of all, if you took this vehicle home and decided not to trade it to us, and you took it out and you wanted to sell it privately, you'd probably ask $30,000 for it, wouldn't you?
Well, if not a little bit more, maybe, yeah.
Well, remember, whatever you're asked, people are not going to give it to you. All right? Because we wanted you to pay $35,000, but you wouldn't, so we had to discount it $27.43.
Right.
If you sell it privately, same thing happens. All right? But let's look at this $30,000 number. Your vehicle, as it sits, is worth $25,000. Now, what would it take to make it $30,000? Okay? Because it can happen. Make no mistake about that. Look, we love that vehicle. It's a gorgeous vehicle. We want to buy it, but there are some things that you need to do. You got a windshield issue, all right?
I know.
You know what a smart windshield costs to replace these days?
They're about $900.
Try $1,300 for that Camry. We had to look into that. So there's $1,300. You've got a couple dings and dents. Our ding and dent guy can probably knock those out for maybe $100. Okay, because you don't have many. You got two bald tires. I'm going to guess those tires run you about $250 a piece.
280, yeah.
There's $500. You got oxidation of the paint on the roof.
No, I should have went back to Toyota and griped about that.
Well, if you could find a midget, it wouldn't be a problem, all right?
Right.
But probably whoever buys it's going to notice that. In order to paint a roof, I'm going to guess conservatively it's going to be about $1,000. You've got, your interior, it's been lived in. But you've driven it for 39,000 miles, so it has been lived in. We're going to have to detail that sucker. Have you ever paid for a professional detail before?
Yes.
And what did it cost you?
It was $500.
We can probably do it for slightly less than that because we do a bunch of them. Your left front wheel is bent. It's going to have to be, not the tire. The tire is fine, but the wheel is going to have to be replaced. That's going to be about $400. And guess what? The Carfax shows that you had a fender bender. There was no airbag deployment, but there is going to be diminished value there, okay? So I'm going to set that out to the side just for a second. If we just take what it's going to take to make it worth $30,000, that's 14, 19, 29, and 8 is $3,700. So you could spend $3,700 to make this thing worth $30,000, but then you'd lose the tax credit of $1,652. So now that puts us at $5,352. And if you were going to sell it yourself, it'd take you a month or so, and your payment's $725 on it. So we have to, Lord have mercy, you'd end up losing money. You'd do something you didn't want to do. We're going to buy it for $25,000, and in about 30 minutes, you'll have forgotten all about this vehicle because you will be driving out in your new Ford F-150. I need your okay right there.
Okay. I understand, Steve.
By the way, look, people want more for their vehicle.
Well, I gave him the out, though, Steve. I told him to do an extended term.
Okay, well, but
And 780
this
to
is a
790.
seminar on how to defend the trade.
I
Okay.
understand.
All right. Look, ideally, I tried to lead him, but he wouldn't let me. I said, would you want about $3,000 more? He said, no, I want $5,000 more.
Right.
Here's the question you don't want to ask. Jake, how much do you think your car is worth? Don't ask that question.
Yeah, don't.
You're going to get a stupid answer because it's a stupid question. All right? And when he said 5,000, I didn't say, where did you get that number, asshole? I said, well, I think we're thinking alike. Because we think it can be worth $30,000 too. Roland, do we want to fight with the customer?
Of course not.
No, we don't. I mean, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're trying to get as much for their trade as they can. But they don't know what the vehicle's worth. We do. So I call this building to the customers. No, I actually combined two strategies. I'm going to give you all these strategies today, but I combined two strategies. Building to the customer's number and